Today, just 5 hits in the last 34 at-bats. That's a 143 average. If we look at Mookie Betts, the last 18 games, he's hitting below 200. The numbers stand for themselves. And for Freddie Freeman, a very long slump he's been in since the 4th of June, hitting just 202. And we've seen a lot higher percentage of strikeouts from Freeman. Normally, we don't see that from Freddie Freeman. That's the case. They're trying to work around it. In the interim, the rest of the guys have to pick up the slack, and Will Smith's not in the.
It's time.
Get ready for a legendary movie night.
That went well.
It will leave you cheering.
You might actually survive a fight or two.
Karate Kid Legends, now on digital.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's awesome.
Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Need a game plan too. Start your future at a California Community College. Financial aid's available to help you with tuition, books, and sometimes even the rent. Yep, it's time to take that next big step. Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at ICanGoToCollege.com. Still to come here on Dodgers on Deck. We'll dive deeper into this pitching matchup. DV goes high and tight with Freddie Freeman. That is next. We lead you up to first pitch, Dodgers and Brewers. I'm Tim Cates. This is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
It's going on now. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Now's the time to hit the off-road with big savings on the new Tacoma or Tundra with their astounding torque. Time for a great deal on a fuel-efficient new Camry, Corolla, or Corolla Cross. Time to save and experience new adventures in a versatile RAV4. But don't wait. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
There's never been a better time to find the Toyota that's just right for you at Toyota.com. You can explore our full lineup of vehicles, compare features side by side, search our available inventory, see our latest offers, find a dealer. You can even build, price, and accessorize your Toyota right online. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Celebrate summer with $2 off a Zenshi Sushi Hybrid Mini Platter. 12 handcrafted pieces, including favorites like the Ultimate Tuna Chile Roll, Crunchy Tempura Roll, and Tuna Nigiri. Find us at your local Ralph's near the deli counter and look for the $2 off sticker. No membership required. Valid between $6.25 and $7.29. Perfect as a meal or to share with friends. Zenshi Sushi. Fresh, affordable, and packed with flavor. Stop by your local Ralph's and get $2 off a Zenshi Sushi Hybrid Platter today.
Delta Airlines doesn't just help you see the world, they help you embrace it. Delta's dedicated teams make your travel experience extraordinary, anticipating your every need with genuine care throughout your journey. The app puts you in total control, and with fast, free Delta Sync Wi-Fi, you can stay connected to what matters most. So flight time feels more like me time. With exclusive partnerships and Sky Miles rewards, every part of the Delta experience is designed to make the journey as enjoyable as the destination.
Like the boys in blue, Hoffy has all the bases covered with their premium beef franks, irresistible bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and traditional natural casing beef frankfurters.
Yeah, you need a complete team to win it all, and Hoffy has been building their team for more than 90 years right here in L.A. Premium beef franks.
Visit HoffyBrand.com to find your nearest location for all Hoffy products.
Hoffy, local and so great.
Join the boys in blue at Dodger Stadium on Tuesday, July 22nd versus the Minnesota Twins for Teoscar Hernandez bobblehead night.
Teoscar Hernandez!
Be one of the first 40,000 fans in and score a special Teoscar Hernandez bobble presented by Daiso. He was a key force in the 2024 title run. Celebrate his iconic sunflower seed ring down. Don't miss your chance to celebrate a fan favorite slugger and add his bobblehead to your collection. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
As we were saying,
this is Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck on the official home of LA Dodgers baseball.
It's the Dodgers and the Brewers from Milwaukee. Clayton Kershaw, Jacob Mizorowski, the pitching matchup. First pitch coming up at 4:40. Celebrate summer with $2 off Zenshi Sushi hybrid mini platters. Yeah, 12 handcrafted pieces, including favorites like the ultimate tuna chili roll, crunchy tempura roll. Find yours at the local Rouse right next to the deli counter and look for the $2 off sticker. No membership required. Valid until July 29th. Perfect as a meal or to share with your friends. Zenshi Sushi is made fresh. It's affordable and packed with flavor. Stop by your local Rouse and again, get that $2 off a Zenshi Sushi hybrid mini platter today.
David Vassay. And now, what will likely be Vassay fielding insults from a Dodger player.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
We're joined right now by a man that is going to the All-Star game as a starter again at first base. The people have spoken, not only in Los Angeles, but all over the world, because they have voted Freddie Freeman to the Atlanta All-Star game, and I'm sure that's going to be special for you, Freddie.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that, and thank you for everyone for voting for me. I got a lot of family members that will be there, and a lot of them that are still that live in the Atlanta area and, you know, just in Florida as well. So should be a nice couple of days in Atlanta to be able to celebrate that with my family.
What was your reaction when you got the news?
I was just getting ready for the game, and I went to, I think it was like 4 o'clock or something like that. So I was kind of in the middle of getting ready for the game yesterday, and Juan was telling me that I was kind of like leading some polls and the last updates and things of that nature, but I think the one that's more excited is obviously Charlie. Charlie loves when I make All-Star games because he's more excited because of the home run derby of like Aaron Bates. His kids, Kyle McCullough is going to be there with Clayton's son. Oh, yeah. So all his friends will be there that he gets to hang out with at the on home run derby. So. It's obviously special for me to make All-Star games, but, as I've gotten older, making All-Star games for the kids and my kids, that's kind of what it's all about for me.
You seem to be a guy that doesn't take it for granted, though.
Oh, no, definitely not. You never know when this is going to be your last All-Star game, so over the course of the years, some guys opt out and do all those kind of things. I've always tried to make it a point to make it and be there because it is an honor to be there. All the hard work that goes into it, not just in this year or the offseason, it's your whole life that accumulates to making All-Star games. And fans vote for you, players vote for you sometimes to get into it. So I try to make it a point to be there. And, those 2 days are very, very hectic, but you just never know when it's going to be your last one. And unfortunately, I've been able to make a few in my career, but you never know when it's your last one. So I try to cherish every single one.
This one's got to be a little bit more special going back to Atlanta as the starting first baseman.
Yeah, it hasn't, it's hard to describe how you're going to feel in a situation until you get there and live it and be in the moment. So I think it's more of, I'm looking forward to it. Every time I've gone back the last 4 years, it's always been special. I don't see how this is not going to be even more special to go back and, play in front of these fans and at an All-Star game. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'll have...
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans. And while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table. And once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these 2 socks right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
You kind of have the open mind that I'm going to get stopped, but it's a lot of thank yous that, you know, it's still like hard to grasp, you know, but I do understand the significance of it, but I'm just super grateful to be able to, you know, create a moment and obviously do it, you know, like have a moment myself too, but so many people, it meant so much to so many people, and obviously it's still a daily thing. I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon, and that's a good thing.
Freddie, I speak on behalf of everybody in Los Angeles and baseball fans everywhere. The best thank you they could give you was by voting you this year to be a starter in this All-Star game for the National League. So I think everybody said thank you by pouring in those votes online.
And I truly, truly do appreciate it. Me, myself, and especially my family appreciate it. So hopefully I continue to play like an All-Star for you guys.
First class all the way. All-Star or no All-Star. That's Freddie Freeman.
Thank you, David, very much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Javier's in Newport Beach is going to celebrate with Freddie one of these days, and they have a new location in downtown. How about that?
I like that stick.
We'll send it back to you in the studio, Tim.
All right, thanks a lot, DV. Yeah, Freddie Freeman going to the All-Star game, one of 5 Dodgers, one of 3 starters that'll be playing in the Midsummer Classic next week in Atlanta. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game day, it's group day at Shakey's.com. We're leading you up to first pitch. Up next, we'll break down this pitching matchup. Don't go anywhere. I'm Tim Cates, the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Hi, I'm Kike Hernandez. Winning a world championship is incredible, but nothing beats being a dad to my 4-year-old daughter, Penelope. Making sure she has a strong, healthy start means being present, playing, and staying patient, even when it feels challenging. First 5 California is my go-to for tips and supporting her growth and well-being, so she can thrive no matter what challenges come her way. Learn more at first5california.com.
Hey, it's David Vassay. Now is the time to make sure your home is primed for the season with heating products by Navien. We know Navien tankless water heaters gives us endless hot water and big savings. Navien also makes high-efficiency products that deliver comfort in the form of heat to every corner of your home. Now Navien is taking comfort to the next level by introducing a hydro furnace that provides even high-efficiency forced air heat powered by the same proven technology as their water heating products. Visit NavienInc.com/Dodgers.
Another pitch, another play, and another legendary moment with the boys in blue. But what makes the game even better? A beer that's beyond ordinary. Asahi Super Dry. With its crisp, clean taste and bold character, Asahi goes beyond what you expect in a beer. It's a drink for those who crave more. So whether you're cheering for a walk-off or just exploring new experiences, grab an Asahi Super Dry and go beyond the ordinary. Because with Asahi, it's always beyond expect. Asahi Super Dry. Always drink responsibly.
This day in Dodger history.
Place in history? Got that.
July 8th, 1949. Hank Thompson, the first African-American to play for the Giants, would find himself in a historical showdown with Dodgers right-hander Don Newcomb. The at-bat marked the first pitcher-batter confrontation featuring 2 black players in the major leagues. As we reflect on the past, it's important to plan for the future. Empower yourself and empower your family. Start the conversation about aging and find resources at aging.ca.gov. This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck.
We've got a new game.
On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers and Brewers on this Tuesday afternoon from Milwaukee. First pitch coming up at 4:40.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Jacob Mizorowski on the mound for the Brewers. 23-year-old right-hander, hard-throwing right-hander. Fastball, slider, curveball. He throws 100 miles per hour, making his 5th start since getting called up one of their top pitching prospects. He's 3-1 with a 3.20 ERA. He's already had 21 strikeouts in 4 starts. Last time out, 3 2/3 innings, 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 home runs, and a loss to the Mets. This is his first time ever facing the Dodgers. He is going up against a future Hall of Famer in Clayton Kershaw, who is 4-0 with a 3.43 ERA. The 36-year-old left-hander, his 18th season in the big leagues, making his 10th start here in 2025. Last time out, a magical night, he got his 3,000th strikeout against the Chicago White Sox. He's got a 9-5 record in 19 career starts against the Milwaukee Brewers with a 2.85 ERA. He last faced him last October at American Family Field. 5 2/3 innings, 1 run ball. It was 6.
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Brewers, as the Dodgers look to get back on track. They have lost 4 in a row, playing .500 baseball over the last 10 games. They still are 56-36, a 6-game lead over the Giants and a 7-game lead over the San Diego Padres. Both the Padres and Giants in action later on tonight. All right, let's head back out to the booth one final time before first pitch. Tim Neverett, Rick Monday, guys.
Tim, thanks again. We get you ready for this one tonight. Clayton Kershaw hoping to be the stopper as he takes the mound with a 4-0 record against Jacob Mizorowski, 3-1. First time the Dodgers will see Mizorowski, the hard-throwing right-hander, who is the reigning National League Rookie of the Month for the month of June, and it was his first month in the big leagues, and he took home the honors.
Well, get ready to hear the crowd oohs and ahs when they put up the velocity, because 102, possibly 103 miles an hour. Meanwhile, the guy that does not throw that hard, and he was talking about it, goes, look, everybody throws hard with exception of me. Doesn't matter how the velocity is with Kershaw. He's effective in coming off that game where he notched number 3,000 in the strikeout department.
Kershaw 6-1 against the Brewers here at American Family Field, over 10 starts, and he has the lowest ERA with a minimum of 10 starts in this building at 1.54. Currently tied for the lowest ERA in the live ball era with knuckleballer Hoyt Wilhelm.
Also, speaking of ERA, the last 3 years, Clayton Kershaw is in the top 12 pitchers in baseball with low ERA on the road. It's below 3.
Kershaw and Mizorowski, the pitching matchup, Dodgers and Brewers, Game 2 of this 3-game set in Milwaukee. Tim?
All right, don't forget, when this game is over, David Vassay's got you covered with all the post-game festivities, clubhouse reaction, the highlights, and, of course, Dodger talk as well. Dodgers and Brewers, great pitching matchup coming up. Jacob Mizorowski, can the Dodgers get to the big right-hander? Clayton Kershaw looking to get back on track despite his 3,000th strikeout last Wednesday against the White Sox. Dodgers, Brewers from Milwaukee. First pitch is next. This has been Morocco Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
That's it! It's a World Series win for LA! They've done it!
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way! Get out the way! Get out the way! Yeah.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though. Living out their dream.
They've added even more.
Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion.
10,000 hours.
There are still more steps to take.
Get to stepping.
So go ahead and give us the flowers.
Just getting started.
Gotta know by now it's way more than luck.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
All eyes on us.
Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
Up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 33 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of over 250 locations in Southern California.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is California's #1 entertainment destination for all your favorite music. Don't miss British rock superstars Def Leppard when they take the Yamava Theater stage on August 20th. Carrie Underwood brings her pop country singing and songwriting to Yamava September 5th. And the one and only pop punk legends Green Day make an appearance on September 30th. Only at Yamava, your California to Vegas connection. Visit YamavaTheater.com for details. Must be 21 and enter.
Like the boys in blue, Hoppy has all the bases covered with their premium beef franks, irresistible bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and traditional natural casing beef frankfurters.
Yeah, you need a complete team to win it all, and Hoppy has been building...
of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Tim Neverett.
Live from American Family Field in Milwaukee, it's the middle game of a 3-game series. And for your world champion Los Angeles Dodgers trying to get back on track and snap a 4-game losing streak, and tonight they square off against the Brewers. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Tim Neverett and with producer engineer Dwayne McDonald as we get set to go for the Dodgers. It has been a tough go in losing 4 in a row. They've been outscored 38 runs to 7. In the background, the Brewers taking the field. Milwaukee took the opening game of the series last night 9-1. And the Dodgers now, in the 4-game losses, have been outscored 38-7 and trying to turn things around here tonight. The Dodgers starting lineup, and the Dodgers 6 games in front of second place San Francisco, 7 in front of San Diego in the Western Division. Shohei Ohtani leading it off, the designated hitter. Mookie Betts is at shortstop. Freddie Freeman playing at first base. Andy Pages will bat fourth. He's in right field. Michael Conforto is in left. At second base, Hae-Sung Kim. Dalton rushing behind the plate doing the catching tonight. James Outman again in center field. Outman will bat 8th and batting 9th, and playing at third base is Miguel Rojas. Clayton Kershaw coming off the game where he captured his 3,000th career strikeout on the mound. Kershaw, perfect record 4-0, making his 10th start of the season. 6'7" right-hander Jacob Mizorowski on the mound for the Brewers, and get ready for some heat. He has been clocked at as high as 103 miles an hour. So the big right-hander has allowed just a 123 batting average against him. We're all set to go. Middle game of the 3-game series. Dodgers against the Brewers from Milwaukee. Amber play. Here's Tim.
Thank you very much, Mo. Shohei Ohtani tips his cap to Pat Murphy, the Brewers manager, just about ready to start. Show's first at bat brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. So as we wait for the Brewers bullpen guys to get in the bullpen, Mizorowski, the 6'7" right-hander, staring out there in left center field. Now he says, okay, we can play. Toes the first base side of the rubber. Brewers in their cream-colored home uniforms. Brewers across the chest in navy blue and gold. And he comes set at the belt. His first pitch to Ohtani is a bullet right down the middle for a strike at 100 miles an hour. Tonight's time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game started at 6:40 Central Time, 79 degrees, and the roof is open. Swing and a miss at a curveball. It's 0-2 to Ohtani. So regardless of the velocity that Mizorowski possesses, fact of the matter is none of the Dodgers have seen him before, and that can always pose a problem, some unfamiliarity. He comes set, and here comes the 0-2 to Ohtani from Jacob Mizorowski. And this one is hit well to center field. This one's back, and it is gone, and the show starts early tonight. An 0-2 pitch. Ohtani hammers his 31st home run of the season. The Dodgers jump out on top. It is 1-0 for Ohtani, his 9th leadoff home run this year, 21st of his career, and his 15th with the Dodgers.
And Mizorowski tried to double up on the curveball. Well, Daniel's Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jewelers since 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
Ohtani run into that one. 431 feet to center field, just to the right of the batter's eye. And up above it. And Mookie Betts swings and fouls one back. And that has been the report on Mizorowski so far. The reason he's given up runs, allowing the long ball. And he is advancing the ball forward at rapid speeds, and even the curveball comes in at 90. And there is a high fastball, a little bit over 100.
Well, that's the 4th home run that Mizorowski has served up. All 4 have been to left-handed batters. Mentioned in the pregame show, right-handers are hitting. 0.57 is all in the first 3 starts he's had.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Mookie swings, fouls it off to the right and out of play. Let's see, Ohtani was what, 5 for his last 34. So he was about due for another. And he's also, with that 31st home run, set the Dodger record for the most number of home runs before the All-Star break with 31. He was in a tie with Cody Bellinger with 30, but no longer. Mookie swings at a slider and strikes out, and there's 1 away. On down, here's Freddie Freeman.
This is one of those pitchers, too, Tim, as hitters are going back, the rest of the ball club's going to be picking their brain. What did you see? Did you see the breaking ball? Did you see the release point? Does the ball get on you much quicker than you think it's going to be?
Freeman hitting .307. And the pitch in there for a strike.
The other part, too, is what type of slider? Is it one that just goes sideways? Is it one that has down? So this is a spot, especially first go around against a pitcher. You're going to be sharing a lot of notes as the game continues.
0-1 pitch, and Freddie lays off an outside one. Oh, tried to check his swing, couldn't do it. Down to third base umpire Sean Barber on appeal, and he rings up the strike. 0-2 to Freddie.
And that's the changeup at 93.
Not much of a changeup.
No.
I mean, I guess considering he throws 102, and this one fouled off to the left and out of play.
I mean, 93, the changeup, at least that's what it was designed to be.
Is that fair?
It depends on if you're the thrower or the hitter.
If you're the hitter, it's not. Here comes an 0-2 from Mizorowski. And Freddie on the curveball, a little bit off timed. He swings and strikes out. 2 strikeouts for Mizorowski. Well, coming into the season as a non-roster invite, Mizorowski was considered the 3rd best prospect in the Brewers organization. He was quickly pitched his way out of the minor leagues. He advanced to AAA last year, had 14 appearances in Nashville in AAA. And then this year, called up to the big leagues in June. And Andy Pages fouls one back and out of play. And what a month of June he had. His very first month in the big leagues. He was so good, he was named Rookie of the Month. What does he do for an encore in July? 0-1 pitch now to Pages. Right-handed batter takes low and away. Another curveball. Shohei Ohtani with a leadoff home run. And the Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. 2 outs, top of the first. A stretch by Mizorowski. His kick and delivery. And Andy swings at a slider outside for strike 2.
I'll say one thing about this young man. He comes equipped with a lot of different pitches. Fastball over 100. Then you're looking at the slider, then the curveball, and the changeup.
Just 23 years of age, turned 23 in April. And Mizorowski's 1-2 pitch to Andy Pages. Breaking ball swung on, popped up down the right side, drifting foul. And that'll just clear the protective netting and go into the seats. I haven't seen a lot of Mizorowski, obviously a very small sample size, but you can kind of tell he's a toolsy kind of pitcher. And with the reports we've had on him, he could work his way into this rotation full time, and he's going to give some opposition hitters some trouble. And a fastball strike 3 called at 100. A little bit up in the zone, but caught plenty of plate. Pages goes down looking. 3 strikeouts for Mizorowski right after the Ohtani leadoff home run. After a half inning in Milwaukee, it's the Dodgers 1 and the Brewers coming to.
LA.com.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not?
0-0 lead going into the bottom of the first inning, and 11-time All-Star Clayton Kershaw taking the mound. He'll face Sal Frelick, the left-handed hitter. Right-handed hitting catcher William Contreras, and then Jackson Chourio, also right-handed. And Kershaw coming off a game where he got a no decision but picked up his 3,000th career strikeout. One of only 20 members of the 3,000 club now. And immediately in search of 3,001. Frelick hitting .294, 6 home runs, 36 runs batted in. The Brewers right fielder takes a 4-seamer in there for a strike. Dalton Rushing doing the catching tonight. It's the second time in the last 3 games that Kershaw has pitched that the rookie Rushing has caught him. 0-1 pitch. Curveball. 12-6 right there for a called strike. That's a beauty. And if he's got that good curveball tonight, he'll be tough. 0-2 to Frelick. The kick and the pitch. Fastball down low and away. 10th start of the season for Kershaw. Was picked as the Legends picked by Commissioner Manfred to represent the National League at the All-Star game. It was a 1-2. And the ball flared foul out of play to the second deck on the third base side. That's got to be a tremendous honor. You think about it. I think the last Legends pick was Albert Pujols. And the commissioner realizing your importance to the game, the longevity. 1-2 delivery, and Frelick pops it up. Back of the plate, Rushing sheds the mask, chases after it, makes the catch on the grass just before getting to the warning track near the Dodger on deck circle. So 1 out for the Brewers in the bottom of the first inning.
And that came on a slider, and so far this year for Kershaw, he's thrown that slider just over 40% of the time. Of course, that's the pitch Took him 2 years to refine it to where he finally felt confident enough to throw it in the ballgame.
William Contreras, the catcher, 236 hitter. Right-handed batter takes a strike. A Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Pitch missing down and away to Contreras. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, bases empty. Contreras wants time.
And that pitch was the splitter. Another dimension to Kershaw.
Rolled that out early. That's a pitch he took his time getting ready for game action, too. 1-1 pitch, low and in. 2-1 now to Contreras. Talked to Dalton Rushing today. I said, how is it for you not having caught Kershaw that much? What are you learning from this start to the next? 2-1 fouled away, and it's 2-2. He said, it's good. He said, he obviously knows what he's doing out there. I said, does he shake you off much? He said, no, he doesn't. He said he's pretty convicted with the pitches that he's got and convinced that he can get him over. Something he's been doing for a long time. Curveball bounced down the third base line. It's going to roll and be picked up with a backhand right in front of the bag by Rojas. That is an infield hit for Contreras. Rojas had a thought it might kick foul, but it never did.
Well, the pitch came in the curveball 73 miles an hour. It went down to the third base line at about 42.
Well, you weren't that far off. You want the official velocity on it?
I'm just guessing. 42.
60.
Okay.
Pretty close, though. Well, Jackson Chourio, the center fielder, the right-handed batter. And Kershaw's going to step off the rubber. That'll be counted as a disengagement for him. We'll have one more of those, but Contreras not really in a hurry to go anywhere at first. Held on by Freeman. Pitch to Chourio, cut on and missed. Good slider. Now, one other interesting nugget that Rushing told me is that he likes the fact that Kershaw's old school and he goes with the finger signs as opposed to pitch comm until there's a runner at second. Pitch just off the plate, a splitter, and it's now 1-1. So Rushing says he likes going with the old signs too, but they are equipped with pitch comm just in case he does not want a runner at second peeking in and stealing the signs. Strike delivered to Chourio.
And yet signs are so misunderstood and so easy to disguise. You can change the sequence. Do you have an indicator? If you do, is it the first sign or the second sign after the indicator? If you wipe your uniform above the belt, it's adding. If you wipe your uniform below the belt, it's subtracting. If you're the pitcher, there's all kinds of ways to disguise signs, but some guys just don't get them.
That high signature stretch from Kershaw. 1-2 pitch. Chourio pulls it foul down beyond the Dodger dugout.
Yeah, just ask the third base coach about signs, because sometimes you give a sign and in return you get that deer in the headlights look.
Kershaw looking in, now has the sign that he wants. Big stretch with Contreras leading at first. The pitch swung on and popped up right side of the infield. Freddie Freeman on the infield dirt, just off the infield grass, way over to the right of second base. First base, rather. He'll make the catch. Kind of in between first and second, really.
Well, you kind of figure that Chourio's going to see a lot of off-speed pitches. That was slider, splitter, slider, curveball. Did not see a fastball in that sequence.
Christian Yelich had an opposite field home run last night, his 18th of the season. Hitting .260, the DH for the second straight night. Pitch to Yelich in for a strike. Rojas even with the bag off the line at third. Betts playing up the middle to the left of second. And Ha-Seong Kim deep at second base. Freeman holding Contreras. 2 outs, 1-0 Dodgers, bottom of the first. Kershaw throws over to first base. And Contreras, who had about a 2-foot lead, just takes one large step back to the bag. Kershaw, big stretch again. And an 0-1 pitch to Yelich. That is just below the knees. Pretty close. A fastball at 89. John Libka calling the balls and strikes, and typically he grades out very well in the balls and strikes category. One of the better ones. Now the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to first. Picked up by Freeman. He'll grab the ball and step on first for the out. Boy, it was a good stab by Freddie, preventing that ball from going into foul ground. And he had to reverse his direction, step on first, and Yelich is out. No runs, a hit, a man left. No doubt.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Begins a string of left-handed batters against young Jacob Misarowski. Michael Conforto, Hessun Kim, Dalton Rushing, to be followed by James Outman, all in a row in the Dodger order. Top of the second, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. It's turned out to be a pretty pleasant night here in Milwaukee. Cloudy, but the roof open. It was closed all day. And just before game time, they opened it up. Pitch a strike to Conforto.
For Misarowski, he's now made 17 pitches. 8 have been 100 miles an hour.
Conforto still on the interstate, hitting 178. 7 home runs, though. And the 0-1 pitch. Right by him. That was a heater at 99 plus. Just shy of 100. 0-2 to Conforto.
This is an impressive start for someone that we heard is very high octane as far as the velocity. He comes on that first inning, and what we've seen so far, he's pitching. He's not just rearing back and throwing.
Here comes an 0-2 from Misarowski. Strike 3 called as the changeup caught Conforto looking. That's the 4th strikeout of the game. He has struck out 4 of the first 5 hitters.
And that changeup clocked at 94.
Hessun Kim, 337 hitter, 33 out of 98. Second baseman from the left side waits. Here's the pitch. And it is a curveball. Comes into the back door for a strike. Well, so far he's filled up the strike zone quite a bit. Third baseman Andrew Monasterio is into the grass off the line at third. He backs up a couple of steps. The pitch. Swung on and missed. That was a rocket right by him. Triple digits fastball, and it's 0-2. One thing we noticed about Kim in spring training is he was having a bit of trouble adjusting to the speed of Major League Baseball coming over from the KBO. And going to Oklahoma City, he says, turned out to be a great thing for him for the first couple of months, helping in his transition and adjusting to the speed of the game here. Swing and a miss. He's out on strikes. A curveball got him. So it's a game of catch right now for Mizorowski and his catcher, William Contreras.
Well, he's made it look very, very easy. It's not, but he's used the heater, and then when he's gotten ahead, then he's come back in with that curveball and or the changeup. But again, this has been impressive. He's just not reared back and trying to throw through a brick wall. He's got a purpose.
Dalton rushing at the plate. Roger Ketcher swings through a fastball at 99. Took a little off that one. I mean, he just throws straight gas. Next offer to Rushing. And the right-hander throws home. And Rushing got a piece of it. Foul tipped it into the glove of Contreras for strike two.
Well, depending on which radar gun you go. That was either 100 or 101. There's two different readings off of that pitch.
And Mizorowski waiting for the sign from Contreras. He comes set at the belt. The right-hander kicks and fires. And it's low. Tried the curveball and missed.
So that's kind of the pattern he's gotten into. Get ahead early. Finish him off with breaking stuff.
Mizorowski again peering in. Comes set on the first base side of the rubber. 1-2. Swung on. There's a drive into right field, a base hit. Well, Dalton Rushing with a two-out single. And the Dodgers have a man aboard. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
So Rushing hit the curveball into right field. 1 on, 2 out for James Outman. Outman at the plate for the first time tonight. The center fielder will take a fastball inside.
Part of that discussion is mentioning earlier about, you compare notes on pitchers. Well, we noticed one thing. Ohtani was 0-2. Then was back-to-back curveballs. Hit the second curveball for the home run. Rushing was 0-2. Back-to-back curveballs. Hit the second one for a base hit.
1-0 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Caught a piece of the catcher Contreras on the way by. 1 ball, 1 strike to Outman. James wore his glasses today during batting practice, but he's not wearing them in the game here tonight. He has some new spectacles. Had a conversation with him about it today. Still getting used to them. Here's a 1-1. That's swung on, fouled away to the left.
Yeah, he's actually had the prescription from Dr. Lou for a considerable period of time. He did not wear them for some reason at AAA. The reason? Stop and think. AAA, they wear double ear flaps. It was uncomfortable wearing the glasses, but sometimes it just takes a couple of weeks to get used to that transition to it.
1-2 to Outman. He looks at a strike right down the middle at 99. 6 strikeouts for Jacob Mizorowski through 2 innings. In the second, the Dodgers, no runs, 1 hit, 1.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Kershaw. Well, our first game witnessing what young Jacob Mizorowski has. Let's just say it's safe to say his fastball has the old-fashioned giddy-up on it. My goodness. 6 strikeouts through 2 innings. He's allowed 2 hits, one of them a home run. And now Kershaw back to work. The veteran lefty facing Vaughn. And a strike delivered to the right-handed hitting first baseman, who impressed his new employer with a home run in his first at-bat last night against Yoshinobu Yamamoto in the first inning. A swing and a miss. Good slider from Kershaw, and it's 0-2 to Vaughn. Well, Vaughn was with the White Sox and was involved in the Aaron Savali trade and went to AAA Nashville before being called up yesterday, his first day with the Brewers, and he made a very positive debut. There's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased the slider, and that's the first strikeout for Kershaw and career strikeout number 3,001. Now his 3,000th strikeout victim, Vinny Capra. And there's a Brewers connection because Capra was with the Brewers at the beginning of the year, also involved in that White Sox-Brewers trade. And Kershaw struck him out last week at Dodger Stadium for number 3,000. Strike delivered to the switch-hitting left fielder Isaac Collins. 0-1. Kersh winds, kicks, deals. Curveball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back to his very first strikeout victim in May of 2008. This one fouled back. Skip Schumacher of the Cardinals. Now, something to consider is that his mound opponent tonight, Jacob Mizorowski, the night that Kersh struck out his first major league hitter, was only 6 years old. Strike 3 called. He fired a slider over the plate, taken by Collins, and there are 2 away. Bryce Terang, the batter. Second baseman. Work hard, play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. First pitch from Kershaw, snapped just outside, ball 1. Tried for the corner and did not get it. Terang hitting .280. And the next offer to him is in there for a strike. And right back with the fastball. A sub 90 mile an hour fastball for Clayton Kershaw, but still gets guys out with it. 1-1, and there is that big nose to toes curve. In for a called strike, 1-2 the count.
I saw Kershaw's last outing. He did get it up to 91 miles an hour, but the comfort zones in upper 80s are right at 90.
1-2 pitch is slapped down to first base. Freeman grabs it, steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the second inning for Clayton Kershaw. We go to the third in Milwaukee. It's the Dodgers 1, Brewers nothing.
When you want Dodgers.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
what is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Monday, Tim Neverett with you. Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer. Here in Milwaukee, David Vassay, parts unknown, and of course our technical director, Colin Yee, back at our Burbank studios. And glad you're along for the ride. Tuned in to Dodger baseball this afternoon, no matter where you happen to be. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Dodgers dropped the opener last night, 9-1. And here is Rojas playing third base, the pitch. And that's in for a strike. Started with the slider. Well, we've seen slider, fastball, curveball predominantly so far. For young Mr. Mizorowski, who was out of Crowder College. And this one slapped into left field. That's a base hit. That's headed for the alley and is going to get out to the warning track. Racing around first, on his way to second is Rojas, and he is in with a stand-up double to lead off the Dodger third.
And just noticing is that one of the things that Mizorowski has done, I talked about pitch sequence. Okay, doubled up on breaking ball with 2 strikes with Ohtani, then he hit the second one for a home run. Doubled up with 2 strikes on the breaking ball to Rushing, wound up a base hit. Well, he doubled up on sliders right there. Is this something that he has a tendency to do, doubling up on breaking balls? We'll find out.
First pitch to Shohei Ohtani from Jacob Mizorowski. Big cut and a miss at a heavy fastball at almost 101. His fastball is something. It is special. Now the pitch coming to Show. And he swings and fouls it off to the left.
And the fact that this young man is throwing as many strikes as he is rather remarkable. 34 pitches, 30 strikes.
Yeah, he's not afraid to throw strikes, that's for sure. This youngster getting ready to go again. Peaks back at second base. Now the 0-2 pitch to Ohtani. And Ohtani swings and fouls it back to the screen. Hey, Dodger fans, listen to the game. Have your favorite food delivered with Uber Eats. Just open the app, order from a local spot, and enjoy every moment of the action.
Well, that pitch was at 101.
Stretch, and here comes the 0-2 again to Ohtani. The pitch. It's outside. Curveball. We got a lot of umpires here tonight, I guess.
Well,
the pitch was
if they're going to be umpires,
close.
they should get their eyes checked because that was not close.
Yeah, it was not close. Now a 1-2 pitch to Ohtani. Here it comes from Mizorowski. Ohtani swings, fouls it straight back, stays alive.
At 101 again.
Rojas leads at second base. Dodgers a 1-0 lead. Top of the third, nobody out. 1-2 pitch to Shohei. Then Ohtani looks at a slider down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Really good crowd here on this Tuesday night. Not entirely a sellout, but close. 2-2 delivery to Ohtani. He swings and he bangs it foul past the first base dugout. Hanging in there.
And another strike by the hard-throwing right-hander. I mean, this has been impressive.
He's thrown 1 curveball and it was way outside. He doesn't want to let that one come back in again, because that's the one Ohtani crushed in his first at bat. 2-2, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased the curveball. That was low. And for Mizorowski, that's his 7th strikeout of the game. Man, he's something.
40 pitches, 34 strikes.
His high in strikeouts. He's one off of that, of 8. Rojas dancing around off of second base, and Mookie takes a pitch inside for a ball. Yeah, Mizorowski struck out 8 Pittsburgh Pirates on the 25th of June. Did that in 5 innings of work, surrendering just 2 hits, and he walked 2 in the game. Brewers would win that game 4-2. Now the 1-0 to Betts. And he takes out fastball strike at 100. Tall, lanky right-hander. Still hasn't quite filled out yet. The pitch is low and in. Pat Murphy, the manager, during his presser today, had a funny way of describing him. Kind of like a bird that just got hatched and still gangly, and he's not quite there yet. He's still a work in progress. 2-1. And Mookie rips it foul down the third base side right off the front of the rain tarp. That's rolled up down there.
Yeah, well, this is just the beginning, and he's gangly. I mean,
yeah,
this is something. I mean, the number of strikes that he throws, 44 pitches, 36 strikes, throws his heart, and he's shown good command of 4 pitches to this point.
Mizorowski set at the belt, 1 out, 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. And Mookie swings, hits the ball well to center field. It is heading back near the wall. Churio at the track and up against the wall makes the catch. Tagging from second and on his way to third, and in standing is Rojas. Boy, Mookie Betts with a 399-foot out to straightaway center.
Yeah, that was 101 miles an hour on the pitch. Because I mentioned earlier, the Dodgers as a team, second highest batting average in the entire National League in pitches 97 miles an hour and higher.
Well, Contreras, the catcher, goes out and gives the young pitcher a breather. He goes and meets with him. And this mound visit is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
After Freddie Freeman's going to be headed to an all-star game yet again. Major League Baseball taking over Atlanta with the game's biggest event. Action begins T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN July 14th, 5 o'clock Pacific. Then the 95th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard on the 15th, 4 p.m. on the West Coast on Fox.
Pretty important to pick up this run here. Infield is back, so Rojas can get a big lead. And the pitch from Mizorowski to Freeman. Swung out, fouled straight back. Another 100-mile-an-hour heater. Outfield a little bit offset toward left center. Big gap in right center field for Freeman. The 0-1 pitch from Mizorowski. And it's inside to Freddie, and it's a 1-1 count. Freeman is 3 doubles away from catching Lou Gehrig for 41st all-time. There's 531 career doubles. 23 this season. Pitch is down and in. 2 balls and a strike. I mean, think about the guys that he has passed already. Just recently passed Al Oliver. Prior to that, Ted Williams. And a 2-1 pitch. A little bit low with a slider. It's now 3-1.
Tripled up on the slider.
Three balls and a strike. Mizorowski to stretch the pitch. And Freddie takes a strike on the inner half, right at the kneecaps, and now the count is full. Freddie thought it was ball 4. He started down to first. And now they'll have to dig back in from the left side, and
ball's low.
Looked a little low. But the big lead now, really big lead, almost halfway for Rojas. Pitch swung on and missed, and a big fist pump for the young Mizorowski has tied his career high in strikeouts in a game with 8. No runs, 1 hit. Runner left at third, and at the end of 2.5 in Milwaukee, it's the Dodgers.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Third baseman Andrew Monasterio, and then Joey Ortiz, the shortstop. And back to the top of the order, Sal Frelick against Clayton Kershaw. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce Slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM, too much good stuff. First pitch from Kershaw is a fastball drilled in there for a strike to Monasterio. Monasterio just 8 for 37 at the big league level this year. 216 average. Pitch swung on and well hit to left. Going back on it, Conforto. He is at the track. He's at the wall. He makes the catch. The ballpark just held it. A long fly ball out for Monasterio and one out for the Brewers in the bottom of the third.
Both of these guys are throwing strikes. For Kershaw, 1 out now in the third inning, has made 31 pitches, and 24 of those had been strikes.
Here's Joey Ortiz, 209 hitter. On shortstop tonight, didn't play last night. Pitch, and that's a strike delivered. Started him with a slider. So far, so good for the slider for Kershaw. It's looked very good tonight. He winds, kicks, and deals an 0-1 home. And it's in the dirt. Just got some pitching news in. Bob Nightingale of USA Today reporting that Cincinnati Reds starter Andrew Abbott will replace Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the National League All-Star roster now that we know that Yamamoto is going to pitch Sunday in San Francisco. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 1-2.
It's being reported from multiple sources.
Yeah, so that's the news here tonight. And we figured yesterday when Dave Roberts told us that Yamamoto was going to be a probable for Sunday anyway, that would be the case. There's a ground ball hit to third. Charging is Rojas, throwing to first in time to get Ortiz, and there were 2 down. But typically when you pitch on the Sunday before the All-Star game, you're not going to pitch in the All-Star game. But for Kershaw, it's a different story because this is his last start before the break. And I have a sneaking suspicion, based on who the manager of the National League is, we're going to see Kershaw pitch in that game. That pitch is inside to Sal Frelick, ball 1. Now a 1-0 pitch. Swung on, bounced foul past first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Other pitching news today, Alexis Diaz has been called up from AAA Oklahoma City. The former All-Star with Cincinnati. He is active and in the bullpen. 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball hit toward the middle. Mookie Betts crosses over, other side of second base. Grabs it, sidearm flip on to first. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Kershaw. 8 in a row set down for Kersh as we are through 3, heading to the 4th. It's the Dodgers 1, Brewers nothing.
That was a call
college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans. And while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table. And once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these two socks right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
We start the top of the fourth inning. Andy Pages, Michael Conforto, and Hae-Sung Kim face Mizorowski. What do you suppose conversations like when you go back to the dugout talking, hitter to hitter about Mizorowski?
Well, one thing about it for both dugouts, they're saying, hey, they're throwing strikes.
And working out of the stretch at all times. His first pitch to Pages is a curveball away. Check swing and appeal down to first. Yeah. DJ Rayburn, the umpire at first, says he swung.
I think that pitch is one that's being discussed, that being the curveball. The heater you can see it is pretty straight. High velocity. What about the curveball?
Well, one pitch. That one is lined right to the shortstop Ortiz. He makes a chest-high catch, and Pages is out one away.
Well, friends, Ron Cey, Legends of Dodger Baseball Bobblehead Night takes place on Friday, July 18th. That's when the Brewers are in. So if you're one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance, you'll take home a special Ron Cey bobblehead presented by Bank of America. So come out and join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Left fielder Michael Conforto with one out and the base is empty. The pitch up high, ball one. Conforto struck out looking on a changeup in the second.
Talking about throwing strikes, how about Kershaw? Through 3 innings has made just 38 pitches and 29 of those are strikes.
It's not bad. Actually really good. Next offer is up high, 2-0. Kershaw's pitched well in this ballpark anyway. 6-1 here in his 10 starts. In fact, his ERA, a minimum of 10 starts, the lowest ever in this building at 1.54. Pitch is up and away, and it's 3-0 to Conforto.
The first time he's gone 3-0. Only the second time he's going to a 3-ball count.
You're thinking about keeping the bat on the shoulder here in this 3-0?
Not if you like it. Let it fly if you like it.
3-0. He took it on the outside at half of the plate for a called strike. Just a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And a 3-1 pitch now from Mizorowski. Swung on line down the left field side, but foul. No, they got a rolled up rain tarp here. I can't think of any other dome that has a rain tarp. Now, granted, this is a retractable roof dome stadium, but I don't know.
Unless there's a power failure, it would take more time to put the tarp on the field than to close the roof.
So the question is,
why is the tarp here?
There you go. 3-2, swing and a miss at a curveball, and Conforto is out. That is a new career high, in his short career, but still 9 strikeouts in the game for young Jacob Mizorowski.
Yeah, it's been a short career to this point, but boy, I tell you what, it's been impressive.
Yeah, this kid's got some amazing stuff. Hae-Sung Kim struck out swinging at a curveball first time up. 2 down, nobody on, and a swing and a foul tip. Strike one.
Well, Mizorowski is kind of incorporated, very simplistic type of a delivery. I don't mean to take anything away. He works from the stretch whether there's a runner on base or not.
0-1 pitch. Foul back, strike 2. And more heat at 99. Be his 62nd pitch of the ballgame. 0-2 to Hae-Sung Kim. There it comes. He swings, hits a high fly ball down the left field line, twisting foul. It'll go into the seats just beyond that rain tarp. Still wondering why it's there. It does give the ball attendants a place to sit, though. They lean up against it.
Yeah. Well, it's a conversation piece.
There's an 0-2 pitch. And Kim looks at a curveball and strikes out. Strikeout number 10 for Jacob Mizorowski. He's been on fire. And the curveball's been getting it done as well as the fastball. Through 3.5.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos leyendo.
Facing Clayton Kershaw. He's only had one base runner against him tonight, and it was Contreras on a little bleeder down the third baseline that didn't even make it to the third base bag. So Contreras standing in from the right side, and the lefty Kershaw, big curveball in for a strike.
Get the feeling Kershaw. Oh, you want to see a curveball, do you? Okay, fine.
The wind of the 0-1 pitch now to Contreras. That one is chopped over toward the third base side. Kershaw's going to let it go. He's got another bleeder for a base hit. That one doesn't even make it off the infield grass. He hit the splitter that was on the outer half. He tried to pull it, and he hit a 24 hopper that never came off the infield grass.
Well, he has 2 hits, and if you add up the distance of both of them, they barely reach the outfield. But he has 2 hits.
He'll take him any way he can get him.
It's like he's using a putter off of a par 5 tee box.
He steps off the mound. Kershaw does. That's his first disengagement. It's almost like, you don't want to pay too much attention to Contreras. He's not really going to go too far. He's only about a foot off the bag, maybe 2 right now. The pitch coming into Jackson Chourio is a strike call to the knees. Slider. Chourio out of the batter's box, questioning John Lipka, the home plate umpire. Might have been a veteran call because Kershaw got one there. That pitch was low. Now the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball through the vacated right side into right field and a base hit. And now the Brewers have set up shop, first and second, and nobody out.
Well, this is where the Dodgers have really been kind of taking it on the chin. If you look at the 4-game losing streak, the opposing teams, 3 against the Astros, and then again last night combined are hitting .395. During that 4-game loss, there are runners in scoring position.
Left-on-left matchup with Christian Yelich, the designated hitter at the plate.
Well, Yelich can run pretty well, and also halfway decent speed with Churio over at first base as well. So on a ground ball, the Dodgers worked on the double plays today, but make sure of one.
Stretch, check of the runners. Now the pitch home, and that is just, well, it's called a ball. Looked like a strike.
Kershaw, by the way, has served up 6 ground ball double plays so far this season.
And for another one here. That's closest to the bag at second. Pitch swung on, lifted to left field, in the air to Michael Conforto. Backs up a few steps, reaches up, makes a one-handed catch for the first out of the Brewers' 4th. One down, runners back to first and second respectively. And now that double play would come in really handy. Andrew Vaughn, the batter. His son Kim moves over closer to second base. Betts is going to be deep at short. Back of the bag, a little bit off the line at third is Rojas, as the Dodgers will look to get it out any way they can, 2 if possible. 1-0 Dodger lead. Brewers with a man in scoring position, 2 on here, 1 out. Pitch to Vaughn, low and in. Ball, no strikes to Andrew Vaughn, who was the first strikeout victim of the evening for Clayton Kershaw. First struck him out on a slider. High stretch, look at second. Now Kershaw steps home, and the pitch swung on and fouled way up in the air, out of play to the right side. That'll go well up into the box seats. 1 ball, 1 strike to Andrew Vaughn. Shohei Ohtani with a home run to lead off the ball game. That's where the Dodgers are, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and a line drive hit to left center field. That's down for a hit. 1 hop for Outman. Around third comes Contreras to tie the game. It is 1-1. And from first to third goes Churio. Andrew Vaughn comes up with a big hit for the Brewers. And it's all even at 1.
The Dodgers rushing out in front of home plate, going through signs. Vaughn, not a likely candidate to be taking off to try and steal second base, but first and third here.
The batter will be Isaac Collins, the switch hitting left fielder, batting right-handed, open stance, and he'll take a ball high. A new ball game here in Milwaukee, 1-1. The Dodgers are going to have to find a way with the bats against Mizorowski, who has been absolutely dynamite tonight. Kershaw's next offer, swung on, ground ball toward third. That is past the diving Betts into left field. The Brewers are going to get the lead. Vaughn heading for third. Here's the throw, and Vaughn is going to be thrown out. Throw back to first base, and the runner's safe there. But Vaughn, trying to stretch it to third, was thrown out rather easily by Michael Conforto. Play right in front of the base runner. It's a surprising base running mistake at this level. But in the meantime, Collins will get credit for an RBI single, and Churio comes in with the go-ahead run. It's 2-1 Milwaukee.
Betts is able to slow it down. Conforto picked the ball up and on the run. He never had time to really take a step and throw the ball. Very good throw and a good tag.
2 outs and a runner at first. Bryce Terang, left-handed batter, jackknifes to get out of the way of an inside pitch.
This is just where games could go sideways in a hurry. 4 hits and 5 batters.
There's a 1-0 on the way to Terang. He swings and lines it into right field. That's a base hit. Rounding second and flying to third is Collins. Retrieved by Pajes, throws it to second to keep the force play in order. And Bryce Terang with a base hit. 3 straight singles, 5 hits in the inning, all singles against Clayton Kershaw.
Well, it turned out to be a very big play at third where Conforto threw that runner out. Otherwise, there's another run on the board.
Kershaw and Dalton Rushing have a meeting on the mound. Mookie Betts is in on it. They're trying to figure a way to get out Andrew Monasterio, who flied out to the wall in left field in the third inning. He's 0 for 1 with a long fly out. And in the top of the fifth, Dalton Rushing, James Outman, and Miguel Rojas. 7, 8, 9 due up against Jacob Misiorowski. 2-1 Brewers. And Kershaw stretching, peeking at first. Now we'll come to the plate. And a pitch a little bit high, a little bit outside. 1-0 to Monasterio. Kershaw holding the ball behind his back, peeks over his right shoulder at third briefly. Now comes set. 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2 balls, no strikes. Back-to-back fastballs, and neither has connected. Monasterio standing in from the right side. Third baseman looking out at Kershaw. Runners lead first and third. Pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. Slider catching the outside corner, and it's 2-1. So Andrew Monasterio. Runner at third is Collins. Terang at first. 2-1 pitch. He reached for the slider and missed. It's now 2-2. See if he doubles up on that or triples up on it. He's thrown 2 straight for 2 strikes. Kershaw digs in, towing the first base side of the rubber. Now goes into the set position. And a 2-2 pitch to Monasterio. Swung on and lifted in the air to shallow right center. Backpedaling out there to get it is Hesung Kim. He makes the catch. Side retired, inning over, but the Brewers get 2 runs on 5 hits. They leave 2. No Dodger errors.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Lead off against Jacob Misiorowski. 5 hits, including 3 in a row by the Brewers as they get to Kershaw a little bit. And the Dodgers looking to counter against this hard-throwing right-hander who has struck out 10 in the game already. This will be his 64th pitch in the game. Here it comes. And he whips a fastball in there for a strike at 97. Well, he must be tiring. He's down to 97. He said facetiously. Here's an 0-1 pitch. And a little tapper foul up the first base side. Nothing in 2 to Rushing.
That's the changeup. He's thrown a lot of 2-strike curveballs, especially when he's been 0-2 or 1-2. Can't be looking for it as a hitter. Otherwise, you get 100 mile an hour thrown right by you.
0-2 pitch to Rushing coming. That's up high for the fastball. 1-2. He can run it up there. There's no doubt. He's going to give some teams some fits in his division, that's for sure. Here's a 1-2, and it's up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, how about the fact that coming into tonight, the 4 starts that he's had, right-handers hitting .057 against him.
2 ball, 2 strike pitch from Misiorowski. to Dalton Rushing. And he looks at one inside. The count goes full 3-2.
That 57, that's a long way from, as we call it, the Euchre line. Respect for Bob Euchre. His career batting average was exactly 200.
Here is a 3-2 pitch. And that's, called strike 3. Borderline pitch, inside corner. Rushing didn't like it much. And he strikes out. That's 11 punch-outs for Mizorowski.
This has been impressive, what we've seen. That was a breaking ball, too. And it was a strike.
Using all of the plate. Just a little bit of the ball hit the outside corner. It was enough. Now James Outman batting. Third baseman in on the grass for Milwaukee. And James fooled by that pitch. High fastball, and he couldn't hold up, and it's strike one.
Sometimes as a hitter, and you know it's coming up there at the century mark, you're thinking, okay, I've got to get it going. I've got to get it going. And you get it going too early, and you can't hold up.
Here's an 0-1 pitch. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. James had a double in the game last night, and he threaded the needle to do it in between 2 outfielders. Put a big swing on it, hit it just off the end of the bat and just right. 1-1 pitch. Wave and a miss, and it's 1-2. Got the curveball there. No balls, 1 strike to James Outman. Here's the pitch. He swings and strikes out. A 99-mile-an-hour fastball. 12 strikeouts for Mizorowski. I mean, this is his 5th major league start.
He doesn't pitch like it.
He does not.
The fact that you can have mixed in with high velocity and then be able to get the curveball over it, the slider over it, the changeup over. I mean, this is impressive.
Rojas swings and he drills it to center field, right at the center fielder. And Jackson Churio pulls it in for the out. Dodgers gone in order. 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th inning. We head to the home half. When we come back to American Family Field, it's the Brewers 2.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell. Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
The Dodgers against the Dodgers. Well, he's now a Dodger. Shohei Ohtani on the 21st of June, 2023, when he was with the Angels, struck out 12 Dodgers in a 2-0 loss. Now Kershaw back to work. Kershaw with 56 pitches to this point as he starts the bottom of the fifth, facing Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, the number 9 hitter. And first pitch to Ortiz, and just a little high for ball 1. One 0 pitch, and Ortiz will take a strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Joey Ortiz, who grounded out to Rojas at third in the third. 2:08 now, the pitch. Missed off the outside corner. Kershaw with the number 1 ERA in the live ball era. He's tied with somebody else, though. Pitch swung on and missed. So his ERA, 2.52 career. When you look at the live ball era, that's pretty much most of the time in Major League Baseball. But the guy he's tied with, Hoyt Wilhelm, former knuckleballer. 2-2, swung on, belted down the left field line. That is hooking foul. And if you like the movies, most of you do, the movie 61 about Roger Maris. Here's the 2-2 pitch. A line drive right back to Kershaw, and he snares it. He was down on a knee, reached up, ball went in the webbing of his glove for the out, and there's 1 gone. But the movie about Roger Maris, there was a character that played Hoyt Wilhelm who came in to pitch against him. And that character is a colleague of ours and a former Dodger pitcher, Tom Candiotti, who played Hoyt Wilhelm in the movie. Sal Frelick, right fielder, left-handed hitter, takes high for a ball. And that catch by Kershaw, the save of the game. It's brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye grass, hello rebates. Visit bewaterwise.com. Pitch swung on, hit off the end of the bat, foul off to our left. 1 ball, 1 strike to Frelick, who's 0 for 2 tonight. One ball, 1 strike pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, tap foul. There's Candiotti, radio broadcaster with the Arizona Diamondbacks, so we see him pretty often. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. And there it is. Strike 3 called. Good sinker over the inner half of the plate. And Frelick is out. 2 away.
Anytime's a good time to come to Dodger Stadium. How about for World Champion Player Rings Night? That's right, the 21st of July. The Twins will be in, and first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a special World Champion Player Ring presented by Budweiser. Come out and celebrate our champions. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen off to the right by William Contreras, the Brewer catcher, who is 2 for 2. I think he's got, 40 feet total of hits, it would seem. Maybe a little more. 1 ball and 1 strike to Contreras. He's also scored a run in the ball game tonight. Pitch. Swung on, ground ball to third. To his glove side left, Rojas. He grabs it, throws onto first for the out. In a 1-2-3, bottom of the 5th for Clayton Kershaw. On to the 6th inning. It's the Brewers 2, Dodgers 1.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
a snack that Freddie cannot resist?
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed a cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? It looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side, and a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch. It was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Center field. Ohtani scored 88 runs this year. According to Dodger Insider, let me thank Dodger Insider for this great note. Ohtani is chasing a record for the most runs scored in the first half of a season. Babe Ruth has the overall record, 1930. Ruth had 94 runs scored. Frank Thomas in 1994, 93. And Ohtani takes outside. Lou Gehrig had 92 in 1936. Ty Cobb in 1915 had 90. And Chuck Klein in 32 also had 90. So Ohtani's almost there. And he swings and he pops one up foul third base side and well out of play. And if he can get on a roll here, get a few more runs in this game and tomorrow afternoon and get hot on the weekend in San Francisco, he could set that record. He is 6 away. Pitch goes to the backstop, way inside at 96 miles per hour. You know, that'd be something for Ohtani, huh? You know, runs scored, such an important stat that I think gets overlooked with all the numbers and statistics and analytics. You know, runs scored, still the most important thing. 2-1 pitch to Ohtani. He swings and hits it foul past first base.
It's been an impressive outing by Mizorowski, signed out of Little Crowder College in Missouri. He's not the only one on the Brewers out of Crowder. We saw the other one last night, Aaron Ashby in relief.
2-2 to Ohtani. Stretch. Mizorowski delivers. And Ohtani reaches for it and fouls it back. You know, Ashby was puffing his chest out. He was the highest draft choice ever to come out of Crowder.
Until
Mizorowski.
Yep.
He owns that. And Ashby was a 4th rounder. Here's a 2-2. That's up by 3-2 to Ohtani.
Well, bullpen getting action for the Brewers.
Dodgers are probably saying good.
Not soon enough.
3-2 to Ohtani. The payoff pitch coming from Jacob Mizorowski. And it's inside ball 4. And he walks the leadoff man, and the Dodgers have the tying man on base with Mookie Betts coming up. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Betts went 0 for 4 last night. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. 0 for 6 in the series, and he takes a strike here. Last 18 games, he was only hitting 192 with 6 extra base hits, including a home run that he had during the homestand. 0-1 pitch to Mookie. He swings and misses at a slider. Well, there was a lot of break from one side to the other on that slider.
Well, Mizorowski just had the stopwatch on him. Even though he's 6'7", he got rid of the ball rather quickly. It was just under 1.4 seconds. This is a spot that, well, is Ohtani thinking about trying to get a jump and steal?
0-2 pitch coming. Here it is. And that's outside. Went with the slider again. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, there's only been 1 attempt of a stolen base against Mizorowski in the first 4 starts that he's had. That was a successful attempt.
Ohtani leads at first. Good size lead. Now the pitch. And Mookie fouls it away to the right. Still 1-2.
Again, his time to home plate is a good time to try and negate the possibility of stolen bases. If you're going to go and steal, you better get a terrific jump.
Tying run aboard, nobody out in the 6th. 1-2 pitch to Betts. Mookie swings and loops one on the ground. It's going to bounce and go into short right field. No throw to first. That'll be a single for Betts. And the Dodgers have runners at first and second. It was just a flare to the opposite side. And the second baseman, Bryce Terang, who was playing close to the bag at second for the right-handed hitter. He had a long way to go to get there, just couldn't get there.
Yeah, actually a very good pitch. That jammed Betts. So here's the spot. And it's the struggling Freddie Freeman.
This will be the 87th pitch of the game for Mizorowski. Here it comes. And Freddie hits it down the first baseline. Diving stop by Vaughn in fair territory. Gets up, steps on the bag. Freeman is out. Ohtani advances to third base and Betts to second. And Vaughn saved a run there.
Boy, that's just a huge, huge play. If he doesn't make that play, or if it glances off of his glove, it may have been worth 2 runs and not just 1.
Well, Pye has a chance to tie the game with 1 out. He's got to put the ball in play somewhere, preferably in the outfield. Vaughn playing even with the bag. First baseman way off the line for the right-handed hitting Pages. Betts off of second. Ohtani off of third. Stretch, pitch. And it's fouled off to the right by Pages.
And this is the spot that we're talking about. The last 4 games has been a dry spell, to say the least. Dodgers last 4 runners in scoring position came in tonight hitting 174 is all.
0-1 pitch to Pages coming. And he swings, hits a ground ball to third, backhanded. Here comes the throw to the plate, and Ohtani is out. Oh, what a play by Monasterio, the third baseman. That ball was a sharply hit ball down to third. He made a backhanded stab and throw in the same motion, and he got it there in plenty of time to cut down the tying run.
Well, what we don't know is was Ohtani told go on contact? Because normally it's going to be, well, if it's hit to the right side, if it's hit to the shortstop, the second baseman, if they're playing back, everywhere else you would stop.
So fielder's choice for Pages. 5-2 goes the putout. And the fans on their feet thinking this might be the last batter. Michael Conforto standing in against Mizorowski. And the right-hander's pitch. Swung on and missed. He rifled one in there at 99. Infield back now with 2 down. Field straight up. And the right fielder Freely playing deep for Conforto. That's off of third base. Pages off of first. 0-1 pitch. Conforto swings, hits a little dribbler to first. Vaughn grabs it, steps on first, and the Dodgers come up empty. And emotional, to say the least, for the pitcher, Mizorowski. He gets high fives and hugs going in the dugout. A standing ovation for him here in Milwaukee, as he has pitched an absolute gem against.
You're ready for your roar to ripple throughout the ballpark, Leo. So make your presence known next time you step up to the plate. If you've been feeling less confident when you're on the field, it's time to shed your reservations and embody the MVP that you are. Your soaring home runs and speedy sprints will have the fans going wild for more.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We will wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
Brewers with the lead. Churio 1 for 2. Then Christian Yelich, then Andrew Vaughn. Now the Dodgers had an opportunity in the 6th inning following the leadoff walk to Ohtani. There's a big looping curveball taken for a strike. But they squandered the leadoff walk by not getting a run.
And that's been the story now for 5 games. I mean, first and second, nobody out. Then second and third, 1 out, wind up with nothing.
1 pitch. That is swung on and fouled straight down. Nothing in 2 to Churio. Dodgers are now getting the bullpen activated. Brewers have action as well. And we've probably seen the last of Mizorowski tonight.
91 pitches.
Here's the 0-2. Pitch in a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jackson Turio. Alex Vesia loosening up for the Dodgers, the left-hander. 1-2 delivery. And that's fouled off to the right, back into the seats. Overcast skies here this evening in Milwaukee. Expecting some weather sometime, probably overnight and tomorrow. 1-2 pitch. Swung on in a bloop into right center. Charging is Pages. He'll reach up and make the catch. He got a really good jump on that and made that look routine. There's 1 away for Milwaukee in the 6th. The hard-working Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Christian Yelich, left-handed batter, takes low and away ball 1. Two runs on 6 hits for the Brewers, 1 run, 4 hits for the Dodgers, and Kershaw hits Yelich. Well, he threw it up and got him in the back of the right shoulder. And the Brewers have a base runner on the hit batsman. That was a fastball, too. It just got away from Kershaw. So one number 22 hits the other number 22. Yelich says no big deal. He's down at first base having a conversation with Freddie Freeman. Freeman, by the way, the subject of a television show coming up on MLB Network that'll be aired on Thursday, July 17th at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, called Driven, the Freddie Freeman story. That is an off day for the Dodgers, so I'm sure a lot of Dodger fans will tune in and see this great program that's been put together on Freddie Freeman. Andrew Vaughn, ball 1 to him, 1-0. Stretched by Kershaw, pitch home, swung on and grounded foul off the front of the Dodger dugout. 1-1 to Vaughn. Vaughn with an RBI base hit in the 4th. He is 1 for 2, struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. Kershaw's 1-1 pitch to Vaughn. Right-handed batter looks at a curveball just a little bit low. 2 balls, 1 strike. infield playing for two. Hassan Kim, the second baseman, shading the bag at second. And now the 2-1 delivery from Kershaw. That's in the dirt. Also, when you have a runner at first, you'll see the infielders look at one another. They'll use their glove to hide their face. One of them will have their mouth open, and one of them will have it closed. And the one who has it closed, he's the one who's covering. In this case, it would be the second baseman. 3-1 pitch, and that's low ball 4. Now Kershaw getting himself into a bit of a jam. Hitting a man, now walking a man. 2 free passes in a row. And with 1 out, the Brewers have 2 on. Isaac Collins, the left fielder, coming back up. Collins had an RBI base hit in the 4th inning. Back in the 2nd, he struck out looking at a Kershaw slider. 271 the average for Collins. Kershaw, high signature stretch. Looks back at second, comes to the plate, and the ball dealt low, ball 1. Kershaw now at 82 pitches. Bessia ready, backing him up in the bullpen. Yelich at second, Vaughn at first. Pitch to Collins is low, ball 2. Now Kershaw having a problem zeroing in the sights. Kershaw getting the signs via pitch comm with a runner at second base. He steps off, bluffs the throw to Yelich at second base. First disengagement. There's the stretch now, the 2-0 coming to Collins. And he looks at a fastball strike on the outside third of the plate. And Kershaw will use the finger signs with the catcher until there's a runner at second. Then he'll go back to pitch count. He looks at second, now comes to the plate. Ground ball to short. Mookie's got it. Make sure he has it. Throw to second, 1. Kim the turn on to first, double play. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 1 left. At the end of 6 full at American Family Field in Milwaukee, it's the Brewers 2, Dodgers 1.
Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
The left-hander, and he makes his 42nd appearance. He's 3-1 with a 4.04 ERA. Opponents hitting .273 against him. He's allowed 3 home runs this season. So the left-hander comes on, and he will face Ha-Seong Kim, Dalton Rushing, and James Outman here in the Dodgers' 7th inning. Pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch up and in. Ball 1 to Kim.
Wizarowski 6'7". Koenig is much shorter. It's only 6'5", 250.
Yeah. He's just a little guy. In the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a bouncer to the right side. Vaughn has been a vacuum over there. Steps on the bag for the out.
Well, they go to the left-hander because, again, this Dodger lineup, who joined us late, has 6 left-handed hitters in it.
Dalton Rushing, the batter. Rushing has a hit tonight. He's 1 for 2. And 1 out, base is empty. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Pitch to Rushing. He'll let it go for a strike. Rushing hitting .234 now. Still the 1 home run. Koenig, third base side of the rubber, sends one home, and Rushing hits a high fly ball to right field, playable. Frelick comes over toward the line a few steps, settles under it, makes the catch for the second out.
Boy, he just missed it. Just got underneath it.
And here's James Outman. Outman is 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the second, swinging in the 5th. Dodger center fielder looking for some contact. And he'll get a fastball for a strike.
Well, Koenig's in the right profession for one of his hobbies. He collects baseball cards. There's a good chance to get a lot of them signed, too.
Probably could. Good bet. 0-1 pitch. James could not hold up the swing, and that is strike 2. Probably wouldn't be hard to get all of his teammates on a set. And Koenig ready on top of the hill. The 0-2 pitch coming to Outman. And James swings, fouls it back. Talking to James earlier today, his attitude right now is tap the ball. He said, put it in play somewhere. Good things happen. So just trying to make contact. And he's done a good job at the AAA level. It hasn't fully translated at the big league level this year. Another 0-2. That's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You hear a lot of groaning from the crowd because Contreras' target was outside off the plate. Koenig hit the target. It was a show-me pitch. And grumbling because catcher didn't have to move the glove, but he set up off the plate.
The glove was off the plate.
Now it's over the plate. The pitch swung on, grounded slowly to the right side. Terang, the second baseman, gobbles it up, flips on to first for the out. And the Dodgers gone in order in the top half of the 7th. Stretch time in Milwaukee with the score: the Brewers 2 and the Dodgers 1.
This is AM 570 LA.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
presented by Navien, HVAC, and water heater products. Kershaw, good night, but it's on the wrong end of the decision right now. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 85 pitches, 57 4 strikes. The Dodgers need to try to get him off the hook, and Alex Vesia looking to hold the score where it is, facing the left-handed hitting second baseman for Milwaukee. Pitch to Turang is in for a strike.
Impressive starts on both sides.
Really good pitching tonight both ways. Different styles, but really good efforts on both sides. Pitch, and that's just outside with a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bryce Turang. One and 1 the count, and here comes the pitch from Vesia. Swing and a miss. He threw a fastball right by him.
Walking into the stadium today, Vesia was in the hallway just outside the locker room. He was asking, "How do you feel?" Feel great.
1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Fired a fastball by him, and there's 1 down in the Milwaukee 7th.
I think Turang will second that thought.
Yeah. You know, I think that's that thing we talk about once in a while, that perceived velocity. That was 93. But it really jumps out of his hand and gets on a hitter quick.
We've been saying that for a number of years. Hitters just don't seem to realize that it's got some giddy up on it.
And the pitch now to Monasterio, the third baseman.
And as a player, sometimes what you'll hear the word sneaky. Well, he's sneaky fast. What does that mean? It gets on you more rapidly than you perceive it getting to the home plate.
Now an 0-1 pitch to Monasterio. He'll take a strike, 1-1. Monasterio made a great play that kept the score where it is, as he snagged the backhand on a ball hit by Andy Pages, really sharply down to third, and with Ohtani on the run toward the plate to tie it, he got it there in time for the out. It really has been the difference in the game so far defensively. Ball and 2 strikes is the count to Andrew Monasterio, 240 hitter this year. So 216 this year, 240 for his career. Swings and hits a high fly ball, right side, foul and well under the roof over there. That's kind of stacked on top of a couple of other pieces of roof. And into the seats, foul. One and 2. The pitch. Inside. Well, they've had to repair the roof here from time to time. I remember being here one time in a rainstorm. And just down in front of our booth, a little bit to the right, there was only one gentleman sitting in the section. And they really didn't want anybody sitting there. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's up and away, 3-2. And the reason they didn't want anybody sitting there is because it was raining there. Just that one section in the stadium, there was a hole in the roof. And the rain was coming in, and it was coming in hard. And there was a gentleman in a yellow rain slicker with the fisherman's hat sitting in the rain. And they asked him to move, and he said, "No, this is my ticket." And he's inside of a dome in the only seat where it's really raining, and he wouldn't move. Sat there and got soaked. They've eventually fixed the roof.
They eventually retired that raincoat.
I think so. 3-2, belted deep to left field. On the run is Conforto. He's at the track, stops in front of the wall, makes the catch. And Monasterio with his second long fly ball out to left field.
Well, this stadium was built within a stone's throw of Municipal Stadium. Back beyond the right center field fence is where this stadium was built.
the old County Stadium, which is now Hellfair Field, which is a Little League park. It's one of the nicest Little League fields you'll ever see.
They did a wonderful job on that.
Joey Ortiz, the number 9 hitter and shortstop, right-handed batter facing Vesia. And a strike called. A reminder that the bottom of the 7th is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The ball's 1 strike, 2 down, bases empty, 2-1 Brewers up. Bottom of the 7th. Pitch, little comebacker right into the glove of Vesia. He will throw an overhand toss to Freddie Freeman at first for the out, and a clean inning for Vesia with a strikeout. So we go to the 8th. Miguel Rojas will lead off, and Shohei Ohtani to follow. The score, the Brewers.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American. Get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you. Did
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Uribe will make his 44th appearance for the Brewers. Right-hander, strikeout guy, is tied for second among National League relievers in strikeouts with 58. 2.09 ERA and a 2-1 record. 2-1, Brewers leading the Dodgers. Still anybody's ball game, but it's getting late. And the Dodgers need a run. And like more. Now Uribe, first base side of the rubber, working out of the stretch. Light blue leather glove. He sends a pitch home, knee high for a strike to Miguel Rojas, who was 1 for 2. He doubled in the 3rd inning. Last time up in the 5th, he flied to center. Uribe twists into his position. He will kick and fire home here. Rojas. Miguel swings, hits the ball in the air to left field. This will be playable for Collins. He broke back originally. Now comes in, makes the catch. And there's 1 down. This pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. And here is Shohei Ohtani. He's homered and walked, also struck out. A left-handed hitter waiting. Responsible for the only Dodger run tonight. He swings at a slider and misses. Slider's got some zip on it at 87. Adler Uribe set in the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch to Ohtani. That's inside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 8th, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. And Ohtani banks it on the ground to second base. Good high hop to Turang. Throws on to first. 2 men out.
In the last 3 innings, Dodgers have grounded out a lot. Of course, they didn't make much contact with Mizorowski. 5 innings, first 5 innings that he pitched, 12 punch-outs.
Two down, bases empty, and here's Betts. Betts 1 for 3 with an infield single last time up in the 6th. Pitch to Mookie. Strike called. Two-seam fastball up in the zone. Freeman's on deck. Nothing in one pitch. Here it comes from Uribe. And Mookie swings, fouls it down the right side into the stands and out of play.
Uribe, it's really important as a hitter to pick up where the release point is. I mean, he's all arms and legs. Quite as tall as the 2 previous guys. Uribe 6'3". Well, he's got a lot of motion with his arms and legs delivering.
And now an 0-2 pitch. Mookie backs away from an inside slider. 1-2 to Betts. Mookie hitting .250 right now, 11 homers. Driven in 44. And a stretch from the right-hander, Abner Uribe. The pitch. Outside and low, 2-2.
Uribe goes through a lot of different motions. They did not stop the clock once he starts to move because he comes in and sits there for a long time. He was down to 1 second before the last pitch.
And a 1-1 now to, rather a 2-2 pitch. And Betts way out in front of a slider, strikes out. It's a 1-2-3-8 for Uribe, and he skips off the mound and has to stop to get inspected by the umpire before he go in the dugout. So the
Talk to me. This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun. Yes. 2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha. Amazing. And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer. Pick it up like a burger. Pick it up like a burger, and you just go in, man. Let's go to town. Yeah.
Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 2-1 Milwaukee. Kirby Yates is on the mound. Alex Vesia clean 7th with the strikeout. Facing 3 batters. Still a chance here for the Dodgers, but Yates looking to hang a 0. Top of the order is up. Sal Frelick, the batter. 23rd appearance for Yates as he kicks and deals, and a pitch inside. Frelick showed bunt and drew the third baseman Rojas in. Yates looking in at rushing, who sets an inside target. 1-0 pitch. And Frelick swings, fouls it off to the left. Ball and a strike to the Brewers right fielder. Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Pitch swung on, lifted in the air to right field and deep, going back after it. Pages, he looks up, it is gone. That's a home run. And Sal Frelick makes it a 3-1 game with his 7th home run of the season.
That's a huge run for the Brewers because the Dodgers now, they're batting the ninth. They've got 3 outs left, and instead of 1-run deficit, now it's 2.
Well, that's the best drive of the game presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. William Contreras, the batter. Nobody out, nobody on. The pitch, and he drills one to left field. On the run is Conforto. He's going to play it on a bounce. And it is a sharp base hit for William Contreras, his 3rd hit of the game. Conforto had a thought of going in and making a diving attempt for it. He made a split-second decision to play it safer because he may not have been able to get to that with a dive.
And then you're looking at a triple, at least.
Jackson Chourio, the center fielder. Nobody out. 1 run is in, 1 man is on. Pitch to Chourio, cut and a miss.
Nothing dainty about that swing.
Chourio, very good player. It's 3rd in the order for the Brewers. 15 homers to lead or be 2nd on the club, rather, behind Yelich, is 18. And the next offer is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dodgers get some action in the bullpen. Alexis Diaz, who is in a Dodger uniform for the first time tonight, just called up and added to the bullpen after the Dodgers acquired him. Once he was done with his time with Cincinnati. Runner goes first to second. Pitch swung on, fouled back and out of play.
You've got to keep closer tabs on a runner. Contreras stopped, then he started again, and he was on the move before Yates even came out of the stretch position.
Ball and 2 strikes, the count now to Jackson Chourio. 1 and 2. Infield looking for 2. And nobody out. And Contreras at first base. Stretched by the veteran right-hander Yates. Now looks over at first. Pauses. And he'll come home. And delivers low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield straight up. He could line Outman up from where he is, right from second base through the pitcher's mound to the plate. 2 and 2 the count. Quick turn throw to first base. Back standing is Contreras. Trevor McGill warming up now for the Brewers in their bullpen, right-hander. Closer. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right and out of play. Still 2 and 2 on Jackson Chourio. Dodgers down 3-1 after the leadoff home run to right field by Sal Frelick. Two and 2 the count. And the stretch in the pitch. It is low and in. Full count at 3 and 2. I got to wonder something, too. If the Brewers would be willing, with nobody out, to send Contreras on a 3-2 pitch here. They're willing to try to have him run earlier in the count. And there he goes, and the pitch is just off the plate, ball 4. Oh, that was close. A borderline pitch, and it goes Chourio's way. And with nobody out, the Brewers have runners at first and second.
And Contreras picked Yates' pocket yet again. He was off and moving before Yates came out of the stretch position.
Dalton rushing, and also Miguel Rojas come over by the mound to talk to Yates, just to kind of give him a breather. So not the start that Yates expected when he entered the game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And it looks as though the meeting is breaking up. Home-plate umpire John Litka went out and said, all right, enough, fellas. Christian Yelich is the batter. Clayton Kershaw hit him with a pitch in the 2nd inning. Now, Kershaw right now on the hook, but he pitched rather well tonight. He just had the 1 inning where they scattered 5 hits around on him. But other than that, he was really good. He's on the wrong end of the decision at this point. Dodgers still have another at-bat coming in the top of the 9th. Now Yates pitched to Yelich. Inside and low, ball 1. He's been missing with the fastball. And the calling card for Yates has always been the splitter. But he needs the fastball also to connect off of that splitter to really have successful outings. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball inside. 1-1.
Yelich came into this ball game tonight, the previous 18 games, hitting .355 in that stretch.
Brewers have another right-hander up, Nick Mears, so double barrel action in the pen. Just in case they get a much bigger lead here. If it becomes a non-save situation, Pat Murphy would send out Mears for the 9th. If it's still a save situation, McGill will get the ball. The 1-1 pitch. That's low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow in Game 3, Tyler Glasnow will come off the injured list and will start for the Dodgers. First start since late April. 2-1. That's outside, and it's now 3-1 to Yelich. Jose Quintana will be on the other side of that pitching matchup tomorrow. Quintana 6-3. And Glasnow 1-0. Nobody out, 2 on. 3-ball, 1-strike pitch from Kirby Yates. Swung on, fouled away to the left. That's way up in the seats. Full count, 3-2. I understand Dustin May will pitch Friday in San Francisco. Shohei Ohtani is going to pitch one of those days, we have been led to believe. Now the runners will take off, swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down to third, and Contreras, for whatever reason, was running and runs into an out at third, and that's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out, and there are 2 away.
No, he's been playing with Yates since he got to first base and had 2 gigantic jumps leaving well before, and he did it again. And a bad swing by Yelich. Yelich, his top left hand came off the bat during the swing.
That's a huge gamble by Contreras in this situation. 2-run lead in the 8th, and you're already in scoring position. But he gets thrown out at third rather easily by Dalton rushing. Andrew Vaughn, the batter. Vaughn swings and misses. You know, plus the fact you got a left-handed batter up, there's no screen, you know, in front of the catcher. It makes it a much easier throw for him with an open side to third. Rushing got it down there, and Rojas waited for Contreras to basically tag himself out. And a pitch from Yates, and Vaughn lifts this one down the left field side, bouncing foul just beyond the rain tarp. For the Dodgers in the top of the 9th, Freddie Freeman will lead off. Andy Pages to follow. Michael Conforto, the scheduled hitter after that. Teoscar Hernandez and Tommy Edman are both eligible off the bench tonight. So is Will Smith. And Esteury Ruiz, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Elevated the fastball, strikes out Vaughn. So Yates gets 2 strikeouts but gives up the run on the home run to Freeland. Last wraps for the Dodgers. We go to the top of the 9th inning. It's the Brewers 3, Dodgers 1.
L.A.
'86 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards are memories.
In front. Dodgers in front. Dodgers went up 1-0. The Brewers got 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 8th. And now looking to try to take 2 in a row against the Dodgers and clinch the series. And the Dodgers have not lost 5 in a row this year. They're on the cusp of it right now. For McGill, his 35th appearance, he's 1-2. 20 saves and 23 save opportunities. He's allowed only 2 homers, and the opposition hitting .209 against him. Top of the 9th, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877 Cars for Kids now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. In between innings, when they know McGill is coming out, they dim all the stadium lights. They turn them off completely. It was totally dark in here. Everybody's got their cell phone lights on, creating a look of stars in the sky or something. But lights are back on now, and Freeman ready to get up there. He's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts tonight. And robbed of extra bases by Andrew Vaughn on a great play against him in the 6th inning. So McGill ready to throw. His first pitch, inside corner, strike 1 on Freddie Freeman. McGill pitched last on Sunday at Miami. That's when he picked up his 20th save. Second in the National League in saves. Swing and a miss at a knuckle curveball that's down low, and it's 0-2 to Freeman. Opponents hitting .211, or rather .209, I should say, against McGill. And the 0-2 skips in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
Well, not too many short guys on this Brewers staff. McGill, 6'8".
They've got a good front court. 1-2 pitch, and it's fouled off by Freddie behind him. And that curveball, it spikes the index finger on the ball when he throws his curve. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch low and away. Padres and Diamondbacks just underway in San Diego. Same for the Giants and Phillies in San Francisco. Giants with a win last night picked up a game on the Dodgers. Padres lost last night. 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. Stretch, the pitch. And Freddie swings and strikes out. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. third time Freeman's gone down on strikes tonight. And the 14th Dodgers strikeout of the ballgame. Andy Pages the batter. Pages tonight is 0 for 3. And the pitch from McGill. Way inside, almost hit him. And Dodgers need a base runner, bloop and a blast, something. Down 2 runs here in the 9th with an out, and the base is empty. As McGill comes set, he kicks, fires, swing and a miss. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. On a strike to Andy Pages. And he steps out of the box. And he'll dig back in. Right-handed batter waits. Now McGill throws the ball out of the game. And wants a new one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, foul back to the screen on the curveball. And now McGill gets ahead of Pages. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this game got off to a good start. A leadoff home run by Ohtani, but that's all the Dodgers could muster tonight. 1-2. And the pitch high and away, 2-2. 100-mile-an-hour. Wow, that's 101. For McGill. And they got some guys who can really chuck it, too, on this staff. 2-2 pitch. Swung out and lifted down the right field side, slicing toward foul ground. And that'll go over the wall into the seats. 1-2. Will Smith is standing on the dugout steps. You'd imagine he'd hit for Conforto, who's out there in the on-deck circle. Two and two. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McGill fools him with a curve. And the Dodgers are down to their final out. And they will send Conforto up. And Will Smith's going to go in the on-deck circle. So they're hoping somehow, some way, Conforto can get on base and Smith can get up there and pop one. But long way to go to get from here to there. 2 down in the 9th. 3-1 Brewers. Pitch to Conforto. In for a strike call. Started him with a curveball. The Dodgers have not lost 5 games in a row since last season, May 21st through the 26th. Pitch. And it's a bounding ball to second base. This will do it. Turang throws to first. McGill with his 21st save, and he saves it for Jacob Mizorowski, who was absolutely marvelous in this ball game tonight. In his 6th major league start, the 23-year-old out of Missouri was incredible, striking out 12. And he held this Dodger offense, who averages more than 5.5 runs a game, to just the 1 home run hit by Shohei Ohtani. 3-1 the final score. Rick and I are back with the totals in a moment.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Well, this is exciting news. A big, hearty